Shane, so remember last time you got bit by
Yeah, I was like
your
scratched
cat
or I don't
bitten?
even know what happened, but it destroyed my finger.
Yes, and so that made me have second thoughts of actually getting a pet. So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't want to get bitten. I don't want to have to deal with all of that.
Well, we've been
so-
talking about like these killer plants, so I'm hoping you didn't
Oh, no.
get like a
No.
meat-eating plant. Okay.
No, I think I'm
Something
going
safe.
I'm going to stick with a regular plant. But I'm really bad at taking care of plants. Like I forget to water them and everything.
You don't have a green thumb.
Exactly.
Right?
So the person selling it to me suggested that I could get a cactus.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
heard that too, because they're pretty easy to raise. You don't really need to do much.
You don't have to do much. But the thing is, I like looking at it. I like, touching it. But then I always end up getting
Pricked?
Yes, by the little thorns. Ugh.
That,
So,
yeah.
It's annoying how plants can hurt you like that.
I forgot about cactuses because we think of plants as so gentle and
Yeah.
harmless, and then we learn about these killer plants. But there's something in the middle,
Yeah.
which is a cactus. That is pretty dangerous.
It is. From cactuses to killer plants. Ugh, this is too much to handle. I thought
Yeah.
we could just stick to plants and it being, a harmless thing, but I guess not.
So there's really nothing safe. I guess just a normal plant is safe.
Yeah.
But
so-
there's always going to be something to watch out for. So just be careful whatever you decide to adopt. It's going to
Yes.
take work and it might harm you.
Yeah, just remember to avoid cunning green killers.
All right, let's learn some more about these cunning green
Yes.
killers.
The cobra lily. The cobra lily is perhaps the cruelest of all the meat-eating plants. Resembling a snake about to strike, the plant plays horrible mind games with its victims before they die. First, it uses a sweet smell to attract insects to the inside of a large chamber. The roof of this chamber is covered in see-through windows, which fool the insect into thinking it can escape. After exhausting itself trying to find an exit, the poor thing eventually tumbles into a long liquid-filled tube, where the insect drowns and is digested.
Hey everyone, welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Nina.
This is Shane, and we are on part 2 of Cunning Green Killers. These meat-eating plants.
Ugh, it makes me shiver just thinking
Yeah,
about it.
because it really does seem like something alien, like something from another world.
Yeah,
This idea.
you don't picture a plant eating meat.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
And now we're moving on to one with a scary name, the cobra lily. A lily sounds like a really beautiful plant or a flower,
Yeah.
right? And then you put the word cobra?
It's a snake?
Yeah. Who likes snakes? Snakes are so scary. Okay.
Yeah.
The cobra lily is perhaps the cruelest of all the meat-eating plants. Wait, it's going to get even more cruel now? So before being digested alive by the enzymes inside a plant, that's not enough? It's going to get more cruel?
Yeah, apparently. What else does this one do?
Oh my gosh.
Let's find out.
All right, so resembling a snake about to strike, the plant plays horrible mind games with its victims before they die.
What? How
Wow.
does it do that?
All right, so it looks like a cobra, because cobras look like they
Yeah.
attack like that. They kind of stand up. So the plant looks like a cobra that's about to strike. That's why
Yes.
it's called the cobra. So it's
Yeah.
just what it looks like.
Yes.
But it sounds like it's also going to do something. Play mind games with you?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
That sounds really crazy.
All right.
Okay, so it said that it resembles a cobra.
Right.
So resemble, the word is a verb. It means to look like or seem like something.
Right, so in this case, it is a plant, but it looks like a cobra
cobra.
about to strike.
Yes, so an example would be Billy's sweater resembles one I had when I was a child. Or even my siblings and I resemble each other.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
right.
we look alike.
You look alike, exactly. All right, so what is it going to do? What psychological games is it going to play with us?
Okay, first, it uses a sweet smell to attract insects to the inside of a large chamber.
So this is similar to what the other plant had done, using a sweet smell to lure its victim or its prey, right?
Wow, okay. The roof of this chamber is covered in see-through windows. Which fool the insect into thinking it can escape. That is horrible mind games.
That is horrible. So it keeps bumping up against the side of the plant because it thinks that there's nothing there.
Yes.
Because it's clear.
Yeah, it's kind of like a see-through window. So the insect will think that they can escape, they can leave, they can go out. But in reality, it's stuck inside.
It's so cruel.
Why?
So it's stuck inside this chamber. So a chamber is just like a room or a closed space. In this case, it's like inside of a plant.
Yes.
But that can just be any kind of a closed space in a machine, or it could be in a body, it could be a room, something like that.
Oh, the Chamber of Secrets from Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah. You're a Harry Potter fan?
Yes, I am.
Nice. The example we have here is about inside the body. The human heart has 4 chambers.
Yes.
So you get locked in this chamber with invisible walls, kind of, and you're thinking, I can get out, but you keep hitting something and you're trapped.
Sad.
Okay, so after exhausting itself, trying to find an exit, the poor thing eventually tumbles into a long liquid-filled tube where the insect drowns and is digested.
Oh my God. You know, I was wondering why would it be designed to have see-through window-like chamber?
Right.
Why would they want the insect to be able to see outside and think it can escape? And that's why.
It exhausts
to exhaust the insect.
What does that mean, to exhaust?
It's a verb. It actually just means to make someone very tired or use up your energy.
Right. So if they weren't clear, then they probably would see that it's there and know that it's not going to be able to get out.
Exactly.
And it will just save its energy.
Exactly.
But it thinks it can get out, so it keeps bumping it and it gets tired very quickly. And then it drowns and gets digested.
Oh, so sad.
What's the example sentence? This is so sad.
An example is, if you don't stop to rest sometimes, you will exhaust yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, so I exhausted myself by taking on 3 jobs last weekend.
That does sound exhausting.
It does.
So this poor little insect is just going to tumble down. So tumble just means kind of clumsily to fall or roll, right? So in this case, it's kind of like rolling down into this pool of like acid or something.
Whatever it is that will help the plant digest this insect.
Oh, goodness. The example sentence we have here, Marcia slipped on a wet spot and tumbled to the ground. This is like more cruel than like animals, right?
Yeah, animals, you see the prey, you hunt, and that's it, you eat it. You know, they don't torture it first.
This is more like straightforward, right?
Yeah.
And here, there's playing mind games, and then you're just like being digested alive.
That is crazy, but it's a very clever design for just a plant.
Nature is scary.
It is very scary.
I need to take a break and get a drink of water.
Yeah, me too. Let's go get some water.
See you after the break.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 今天要继续介绍一些食肉植物。老师们觉得这些植物很像外星生物，听到他们那种捕食方式会让人颤抖哎。好，补充一下 alien，A L I E N，alien 当形容词可以形容外星球的，还有 shiver。S H I V E R，shiver 表示发抖、打颤，可能因为寒冷啊，或是害怕等等而发抖。好，那么下一个来介绍眼镜蛇瓶子草 ，Cobra Lily。这个植物呢，很像一只准备要袭击的蛇。那么在受害者死之前，还会跟他们玩可怕的心理游戏。首先就是用香味把昆虫吸引到一个大腔室里面。这个腔室的顶部还覆盖着透视的窗户，让昆虫误以为自己可以逃脱。当它一直在那边找出口，找到精疲力尽的时候，就会掉进一个充满液体的肠管里面淹死，然后就慢慢被消化掉。哇，先引诱再慢慢折磨，听起来好可怕。 啦，都不像动物界，他们就直接猎杀，直截了当哎。好，老师用到 lure 这个字 ，L-U-R-E lure 它表示引诱的意思。那么还有用到 torture T-O-R-T-U-R-E torture 表示折磨、拷打。还有 straightforward。straight 跟 forward 合在一起变一个字，变形容词，是形容直接的、明确的或是简单易懂的。再来看课文单字 resemble， 它是动词，表示跟什么相像、类似。那么 chamber 它是表达室，或者是有特殊用途的房间，或者是像动植物啊、人体的那种腔啊、室。再来看 exhaust， 这个动词它表示使精疲力竭或者是用光耗尽的意思。那么 tumble 则是滚下来啊、摔倒、坠落、暴跌的意思。那这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是 where 当关系副词呢，可以引导关系子句去修饰表示地点的先行词。当这个先行词它是明确特定的地点时，我们就不用限定它的范围啦。这时候用非限定用法，关系子句的功能是对先行词做补充说明。那 where 的前面必须加逗号。例如 Jessie visited Barcelona where she learned Spanish as a college student。Jessie 造访了巴塞隆纳，那是她大学时期学西班牙文的地方。那巴塞隆纳是明确地点，我们后面用补充的这个关系子句来补充说明，是用逗号隔开。接回到课文中。
Roundleaf sundew. Of all the carnivorous plants, the roundleaf sundew is possibly the strangest in appearance.This plant is covered in thin, red, hair-like tendrils. Each one produces sweet, sticky droplets. When an insect gets stuck on one of these, shorter hairs on the tendrils release a solution that slowly breaks the insect down so that it can be absorbed into the plant. Even though their methods may seem horrible, these plants are simply doing what it takes to survive. Carnivorous plants tend to grow in poor soil,so their protein-filled meals provide much-needed nutrition for them. That being said, it's still a great relief that humans aren't on the menu.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Okay, I'm still really getting used to this idea of all of these terrible plants.
Meat-eating plants.
Wow, they are so cruel. I'm really not looking forward to learning more about these actually.
And there are so many. Another one is called a round leaf sundew.
Okay, what does this horrible carnivorous plant do?
Of all the carnivorous plants, the round leaf sundew is possibly the strangest in appearance.
Okay.
It looks very strange.
Yeah, it actually does have a really weird appearance.
I saw a picture of it, but I think it's actually quite pretty.
Yeah, I think
it's cute.
It's very kind of like artistic.
Yeah, like maybe you would see it under the water.
Yeah, it does kind of
coral.
look like something you see in a coral reef or something, right?
This plant is covered in thin, red, hair-like tendrils. Each one produces sweet, sticky droplets.
Right, so tendrils are just kind of like little arms or something, right? That go up like that. Okay, so it produces sweet, sticky droplets. So it's again.
Yes, you attract the bug and then it sticks to the droplets.
This seems like a pretty common tactic that's used by these carnivorous plants. Put something sweet and yummy to lure its prey.
Yeah, and I love
inside.
that because they're plants, right? So they cannot go hunt. They cannot hunt for it. So they have all these interesting appearances and techniques to lure.
That's a really good point.
in.
Yeah, they just sit there and wait for their prey to come to them. So they have to use something attractive.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Right. Continuing on, when an insect gets stuck on one of these, shorter hairs on the tendrils release a solution that slowly breaks the insect down so that it can be absorbed into the plant. So again, just getting digested slowly to death.
You make it sound like a horror movie.
It is a horror movie. This is so horrible.
Yes, absorbing. Absorb. So absorb is a verb. It means to take something in, especially gradually. So the poor insects are slowly being absorbed and digested by these meat-eating plants.
Yeah, I mean, because think about like a tiger or a lion.
Yes.
They catch them and they break the neck. It's very quick.
Yes.
The animal just dies instantly.
Yes, it does.
But in this situation, it's gradually and slowly just being eaten alive.
Oh God, that sounds really horrible. An example sentence would be, in cold climates, houses need to have walls that will absorb heat. Yes, so the houses will absorb the heat so that...
We don't need that in Taiwan.
Yeah, you don't.
We don't need any more heat to be absorbed, okay?
It's too hot
no
here.
No more.
Yes. Another example is the potatoes absorbed all the sauce, which gave them a lot of flavor. Okay, so maybe you soak the potatoes in the sauce.
Yeah.
Just like when you marinate some meat, you soak it in.
Right, that's another good word for a verb that means the same as soak, is to marinate.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Even though their methods may seem horrible, they don't just seem horrible, they're horrible. Okay?
They are.
These plants are simply doing what it takes to survive. Okay, that's true. I mean, nature is kind of cruel.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they're just, and at the end of the day, they have to survive. They need to keep going.
Yeah, as much as I don't like the, baby zebra getting killed by the lion.
That's nature.
It has to happen.
It's the circle of life, right?
The food chain, all of that.
Exactly. Carnivorous plants tend to grow in poor soil, so their protein-filled meals provide much-needed nutrition for them.
I see.
I didn't know that.
So they make up for it with, taking in these insects.
Oh, okay. So, right. So they're in soil that doesn't have a lot of nutrients to begin with. So they need to get those nutrients from other living matter.
Yeah, and nature just made them that way to make up for it.
It's not their fault.
Yeah. That being said, it's still a great relief that humans aren't on the menu.
Seriously, thank God. Thank you.
Yet. You don't know.
Oh,
nature's tend to evolve.
It does not say yet. Okay, so we have this word protein. It's a noun. So it's just a substance that's found in foods such as meat, cheese, fish, eggs, and basically it's what really gives you energy to grow and to get strong. So a lot of like bodybuilders and people who want to lift weights, they eat a lot of protein because that's going to build muscles, right?
Yes.
So an example sentence, nuts are an inexpensive source of protein. Also a vegetarian source of protein.
Yes, it is.
Unlike our carnivorous plants that we're talking about, which are definitely not vegetarians.
Kind of interesting, huh? You would think plants should be vegetarian.
These plants are just, they do not make sense. I think that's what's so fascinating about them, right?
Yeah, definitely. So, what do you think, guys? Can you think of any other carnivorous plants? Describe them. Shane?
There's one, obviously, it's not like there's one on the top of my mind.
Yeah.
I had to do a little bit of research, but one that really stood out to me was the Australian sundew.
Yeah.
And you think of Australia, what do you think of?
Hot,
right?
Yes, it's
so there's probably a lot of thirsty insects, a lot of thirsty animals out there. So the way that this one works is that on its leaves, it has what looks like little water droplets.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, so the insects are attracted to it because they're thirsty, but they find out this is not water. It's a sticky substance, again, a sticky substance that traps them there.
Yes.
So it does seem that they do use like kind of the same methods.
Yeah, similar methods. They attract them, they find a way to trap them, and then eat them alive.
Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully, again, you do not have any nightmares from this. Let's just try to think of beautiful, green, normal plants.
Yes, regular plants.
And we'll just try to get these out of our mind.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
下一个要介绍的是毛毡苔 （Round Leaf Sundew）。这种植物呢，它覆盖着细如发丝的红色卷须，每一根卷须呢都会制造出香甜粘稠的小露珠。 那么当昆虫被其中一根卷须困住呢，这个卷须上面的短毛就会释放一种溶液，然后慢慢把这个昆虫分解，让植物可以吸收养分。听起来啊，这些植物好像的策略都差不多哎，那听起来很可怕。可是它们其实是为了生存啦，毕竟食虫植物经常生长在贫瘠的土壤中，所以蛋白质大餐就会提供它们所需要的营养。老师这时候用到 tactic。T-A-C-T-I-C 这个名词，它可以表达战略、策略的意思。那么课文单字 absorb 表示吸收，也有合并的意思。那么 Nina 老师说的 soak soak 表达浸泡、渗透或是吸收，还有用到 marinate marinate 可以表达腌泡的意思。再来下一个单字是 protein 就是蛋白质哦。以上是这些讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
The cobra lily. The cobra lily is perhaps the cruelest of all the meat-eating plants. Resembling a snake about to strike, the plant plays horrible mind games with its victims before they die. First, it uses a sweet smell to attract insects to the inside of a large chamber. The roof of this chamber is covered in see-through windows, which fool the insect into thinking it can escape. After exhausting itself trying to find an exit, the poor thing eventually tumbles into a long liquid-filled tube, where the insect drowns and is digested. Roundleaf sundew. Of all the carnivorous plants, the roundleaf sundew is possibly the strangest in appearance. This plant is covered in thin, red, hair-like tendrils. Each one produces sweet, sticky droplets. When an insect gets stuck on one of these, shorter hairs on the tendrils release a solution that slowly breaks the insect down so that it can be absorbed into the plant. Even though their methods may seem horrible, these plants are simply doing what it takes to survive. Carnivorous plants tend to grow in poor soil, so their protein-filled meals provide much-needed nutrition for them. That being said, it's still a great relief that humans aren't on the menu.
Hello, I'm Matt.
And I'm Jamie.
Today we're going to play Guess the Bear. We each have 3 cards with sentences on them where the vocabulary word is replaced with the word bear, and we each have 1 minute on the clock to guess what that word is. So how about you can guess first? Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Okay, your first one is a verb. The paper towel bared most of the mess. It's hard to bear so much information.
Absorb?
Yes. Next one is a noun. He drinks a bear shake to keep fit. If you're feeling tired, you might need more bear.
Protein?
That's right. Next one, another one-word noun. They were led into the king's bears. The pyramids have hidden bears underneath.
Passages? Dungeons?
One.
Cells? Rooms? Chambers?
Yes,
Oh,
wow. Those are all the room types to that one.
Okay.
That was great, wow. I'm impressed with the last one. It was hard.
Thank you. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. All right, one word verb. Running the 10K bared me, and we bared the discussion on that topic.
Exhausted?
Yes, good. All right, next, one word verb. The girl took a little bear and fell down. In gymnastics, you can learn to bear safely.
Tumble.
Good. All right, one more word, verb. My brother doesn't bear anyone in our family, and the big rock bared Bigfoot.
Big rock. My brother doesn't bear anyone. Big rock bared Bigfoot.
One word verb.
Resemble?
Yeah, good. That was it.
Okay.
You're like pretending it's hard, like.
No,
That's good. Yay.
I didn't know that. I've never seen a rock that looked like Bigfoot. That was. I didn't know.
That's good. Yay.
All right, great. I guess we both will.
See you next time.